episode of the Detox Podcast, episode 273 to be exact. If you're new here and enjoy music, podcasts, comedy, or hooping videos, do consider subscribing. We've got a whole lot of that stuff going on around here. When you do subscribe, leave a like or hang out with us in the live chat like you're going to do today. Helps us share conversations and laughs like this with more people. So do consider doing that. Now, before I can reintroduce you guys to my guest this week, I got to talk to you guys a little bit about vacation time. It's that time of the year, fall. We got that first little bit of a chill fall day today. I think yesterday was the first day of fall, or was it today? Yesterday.
The 27th.
So we got it's time to take a vacation, all right? And there's no better place than fall in the Midwest than the UP. That is specifically Iron River, Michigan. Let's be real, there's nothing better than a well-earned vacation. It feels good to get away from everything for just a little bit and enjoy yourself. Alpine House 2, which is today's video sponsor, is the best place to do that. Alpine House 2 is a classic Swiss chalet duplex A-frame with a log cabin interior located directly across, and I mean directly across from Ski Berlay Resort in Iron River, Michigan. So if you are a skier, it's getting close to that time of the year, would definitely consider booking a night or two just for that. But aside from that, surrounded by forests, lakes, rivers, Iron River more specifically, Alpine House 2 is the destination for fishing, hunting, hiking, snowmobiling, etc. They just finished a whole bunch of renovations a couple months ago, been pretty much almost all the way booked up just about every weekend since on Airbnb. But you can check them out at Alpine House 2. That's at ALPINEHAUS2, the number 2 on Instagram. That's at Alpine House 2 to stay up to date on more renovations, more bookings, etc. You can hit them up, let them know that Rita Detox sent you, and they will get you guys set up for a vacay. Now, shout out to them for sponsoring this episode. We are here, episode 273. We've got the homies Iris and Laura back in the building. Give them a wet Detox welcome. You guys are back. You're back.
Hey,
guys. You made
Part
it.
2.
It's last time you guys were here. It was quite a bit hot, quite a bit warmer outside. We got into some hot topics, and things were said, and people had opinions about it. I'm sure we'll get into all that in a minute. Before we do, though, I want to say a quick shout out. My homie Joe and Emma just got married this weekend. I got to go, and it was beautiful. So I know they watch the show every once in a while. Just wanted to say a quick shout out to them. It was beautiful. Congratulations to them getting married. I want to do that before I forgot. Do you guys go to any weddings this wedding season yet?
No.
I have a wedding in 2 weeks, actually.
Oh, are you excited?
I'm excited, but I'm stressed out.
Why are you stressed out?
Because
Whose wedding is it? You don't have to
it's
say their name.
one of my best friends. His sister's getting married. So I texted him. I said, "What do I wear?"
A dress?
Like,
So
no,
what are you
because
gonna wear?
sometimes it's more chill. So it's like, do I wear jeans and a top, or like leather pants and top, or do I wear a dress? It's a completely different thing, right?
Is it a-
I think you have to go into what this family's last wedding was like.
And it was, and I wore a dress, and I was way too
Okay.
overdressed.
Okay, wait. So the last wedding was like a backyard wedding?
No, so the last wedding I went to was his parents' wedding,
Mm-hmm.
or his mom and her new husband.
Yeah.
So I wore a dress and some heels, and it was cold and shit out.
Okay.
And it was fine, but then I changed later into jeans. So then this wedding, his sister's wedding, I'm like, I literally texted Emma, her sister, and I was like, what do I wear? And she goes, whatever you want. Like, you can wear jeans, you can wear a dress. And I'm like, no, I need to know which one.
Okay.
You
And
know
she
what I
hasn't given you
mean?
an answer yet? Or
No,
you haven't gotten an answer?
and she told me I could wear whatever. And I was like, okay.
That's not good enough.
And then I texted my friend, I was like, okay, what do I wear?
What do you really
Whatever
wear?
you
Well,
want.
I think weddings,
Okay,
like,
but,
it
like-
doesn't really matter. Like, weddings are supposed to be formal. If you're wearing jeans
I
and a
know.
t-shirt to a wedding, like, there's
Oh, well, I'll
something
never.
wrong with it.
I want
Some
to do
people
that.
do. Yeah,
If
some
you're a
No,
dude,
I
it's
would
fine.
never
Like,
do
if
that.
you're like,
No.
if you're like really country and you're wearing like a flannel with like jeans, that's one thing.
Right.
But as a female, no.
yeah, that's
Either
why
a
I'm
sundress
stressed
or like
out.
a silk dress. I
That's,
think she
that's
should
what
wear
I
like,
want to do. No, because I won't be underdressed. I know that, but I don't want to be too cold or no. I want the dress,
Yeah.
but I don't know what else to wear. It stressed me out.
Is it an outdoor wedding? Do you know, or?
It's mostly outdoor, yeah.
Okay,
So that's the
yeah,
problem.
so
If it
that's
was
another
indoor,
you could do like
wouldn't
a
be a
long
problem.
sleeve like silk satin dress, like
well,
long sleeve
good luck
black
finding
silk.
one because you can't.
I'll find
They're not
one and I'll
anywhere.
send it
Usually it
Find
says.
one.
Did you get a formal invitation or
Mhm.
no? Usually it says on the invitation,
doesn't.
like if
I
formal
literally
wear.
texted her and she was like, "Whatever you want." I'm like,
Damn.
I can't do with whatever I want.
They're setting you
It's
up.
stressing
yeah.
me
For
out.
failure.
Yeah.
It's stressing me out.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you. I personally prefer a wedding to be more formal, but I know some people
Exactly, yeah.
some people do like
But
big
some
barn
aren't.
weddings,
Yes,
and they're
exact-
like, you
that
know
was
what,
the
jeans
old-
are cool.
Okay.
That was the other one I went
Like-
to, and I was wearing a dress, and I looked way too overdressed, and I was
I
cold.
feel like even if I was going to like a barn wedding though, I would still wear some sort of like even I would
No.
still wear like a silk, like maybe like a silk, like.
But you
yellow
would have been
dress.
so overdressed.
I don't
like,
even
that was the
care.
thing.
Like it's a wedding, and I know there's gonna be pictures taken. I'd rather look good than look.
I know.
dumb.
I know. I get
Mm.
that. I get that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know,
But whatever floats their boat.
yeah,
I
people
guess.
want to do it less formal. That's on them. That's cool.
No, that's fine.
Would you
I just need to know what to wear.
Would you
that's
have a
all.
Would you have a big wedding or a
Oh
small
my god,
wedding?
yes. If I had a wedding, it would be white and black.
Oh.
Well, would it white and black? You mean like
Oh.
like
Like, no,
formal
like,
attire?
Yes, no,
Yeah.
no. Like I want to wear a white wedding dress, and I want everyone else to be in like suits and everything.
Okay. What about the women that go,
My bridesmaids,
or like the other people that just go to the wedding?
like literally white and black. Like
For
I
the-
want you to wear.
For the
even
women.
girls,
No,
They're not gonna
yes,
wear a
like-
white dress.
Oh,
They're
no,
not gonna wear
no,
a white
black.
dress.
Like I want it like
Oh, like, all
very
black.
yes.
Okay,
like
yes,
I
I
want
see
the shit
that.
suit
Gotcha.
so
I
fucking
see that.
formal.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that
That's
is what
cool.
I want.
Would it be like a large gathering of people, or would you have like a small wedding?
You know, I don't know. Like
Because you know some people have like a lot of friends
yeah,
and family.
some
and they
people
wanna do a
like
big
have
thing.
small weddings. I feel like I'd have like I don't know. Semi.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like 150?
Probably, yeah.
That's enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Same.
Well, I want to do like all family, all friends, like
Yeah,
bring a
that-
plus
yeah.
one, but I would do it very like very elegant. I want it to be very
Mhm.
elegant. Like I want it to be like girls like wear a silk dress, like don't wear
Yeah.
white. But if you want to do like baby blues, like baby pinks, like blacks, like
Mm-hmm.
beiges, I'm fine with that. But like silk, and then men, I want you to wear a suit, like
Yeah.
a black and white suit. I don't want you wearing a flannel. Like I don't.
Hmm.
And like me myself, I already have envisioned
Like a very
that I want to
formal-
do like a silk dress with like a train. Like I already know that,
I
and I
don't
want
know
it
my
to be
wedding dress
outside. I want it to be very like, I want to have my wedding in like Puerto Rico, like
Wow.
very like tropical, very like.
You have this mapped out.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like women have it a little bit more mapped out than men sometimes
yeah.
when it
Oh,
comes
of
to the
course.
wedding.
Yeah.
You know,
Of course.
just for me, I mean, right now, I like my circle's not that big. I know I have some family that would probably want to be there, but I imagine it would probably be pretty small. Like it'd be like a less than
House-
50-person wedding.
Oh wow.
Like,
So
I
just
don't-
get married at the courthouse.
Yeah, or
So,
just
like-
do a destination. You know, like
yeah,
just go
or
somewhere
elope.
fun.
Like go
Greece.
somewhere and just get married
Oh my
with
God.
like 3 people. Go
Like,
wherever you
Greece,
want. Yeah.
Okay, like literally if you went to like Greece or like Italy and did like kind of like outside wedding, not really beachside, but like kind of like beachside
Yeah.
with like very close family and
Mhm.
friends, like I could see that.
Yeah. I think. I mean, for me, the thing that's so interesting about weddings and seems like so stressful is like you put all this time and money, especially the money,
Yeah.
into planning this like big event. Essentially, it's almost like
Yeah.
a concert for people, right? It's, people
it is.
people
It
get
is.
excited.
So
They mark their
stressful,
calendars.
too.
They're there. They get food. They're expecting things. You know, you do all this stuff, and it's. I mean, you sometimes I feel like it gets lost that it is like those two people's day. Like the two
Yeah.
people that are being
Mhm.
married. And I know that I don't know. I don't know that I would want to do that way. Like I'm definitely someone who I do entertain. I do enjoy like doing things for other people and like making
Yeah.
sure everyone else has a good time. But like on my wedding day, I would like for that to be about myself and my partner.
yeah.
You know,
I
it's
feel
like us
that's
two.
what gets
That's
lost
valid,
in
though.
translation too, and I need
Yeah.
to work on that too. Like also like if you are going to someone else's wedding, this is what they have pictured and this is what they
Exactly.
have planned out. Okay, so maybe
I
I
shouldn't
take
be
that 'cause I
as-
don't want to get canceled.
No,
Yeah,
I
now you're
shouldn't
like,
be that
"Oh,
stressed
shit."
out.
No, but like yes, this is their day. This is what they
Exactly.
want. If they want people wearing flannels and
Oh,
a
well,
hippie
fuck
skirt,
yeah, I would.
wear a flannel and a hippie skirt. Just make it
No,
cute.
like I'm
Yeah.
so excited, but I
Yeah.
need to know what I need to wear.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Weddings are an interesting bunch. I'll say to say the
They
least.
are interesting.
But you guys are back. You're back on the podcast. You guys must love
Yes.
podcasting. You're back for round 2.
I think we might start one ourselves.
Wow.
Should
that
we
would be
start a
awesome. You
podcast?
should.
I'm like leaving in 3 weeks. We do one every day.
There you go. There you go. Just stock up. Load it
Stock
up.
up. Well,
Yeah.
Nikito Avocado.
Yeah.
Have you guys
Or-
seen Nikito
Or
Avocado?
we do our
I think
podcast.
that's not how you say his name, but I think it's Nikocado Avocado. But that was close. But yeah, the guy who lost all the weight, right? He was
God, you're talking about that.
2 steps ahead.
Nikito Avocado.
How did he lose all that weight?
Nikocado Avocado. I think he went on Ozempic 2 years ago, and he's just been working out.
Okay,
ever
but
since.
did he record these and lose all
yes,
the weight?
it shows because he did like
Or
the
did he
Apple trend.
record them in time? Like
No,
record
I think
them
he
in chunks?
recorded because you see like
Okay.
timestamps.
Let's break for people that have no idea what
Okay,
we're talking
okay,
about,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So what
talk
happened
about
is
him.
this famous YouTuber,
Yeah.
Nikocado Avocado, is famous for eating. eating
Yeah,
lots
like
of food, doing big
mukbangs, like
mukbangs, right?
everything.
He eats a ton of food. Really sadly so, gained a lot of weight doing this and was sort of unhealthy, and that became essentially people were really sad for a while that like this person felt that they needed to keep this up and keep hurting their own body to get all these views, right? And there was a lot of criticism that like maybe we shouldn't reward this behavior, da 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 da. Then it came out recently, or Nikocado Avocado posted a video recently of them probably like 200 pounds lighter almost. It had to
Yeah.
be at least over 150 pounds
I actually
lost.
didn't even see that.
No,
video.
it had to be at least like 200.
And yeah, so very much lighter, and said that this was all a how would you say, a publicity stunt, a public
He said it was like a social
experiment. Said it was a social experiment, and that he had filmed all of those videos like one after another, like day after another, to have 2 years stocked up of videos while he started this weight loss
That's what I was
transformation, so that he
saying,
could pop out and be
on
skinny.
top.
Yeah, and then now there's people saying the opposite, that people are thinking that maybe it's the other way around. Maybe he's still big and this is from 2 years ago, but I don't really believe that.
But that's the thing, because he did the apple dance by Carly XCX. He did the apple dance, like the one that's like run.
I know.
Sing it,
right
yeah,
to
yeah.
the core.
Do the dance.
Yeah, he did it, and he literally did it, and like that song hasn't just came out. Right?
It did just come out.
So there's no way that that's from 2
that
years
is
ago.
true.
Yeah.
And he's always like one step ahead. So I'm like, that's what he says in every
Did
video.
it, and he's big in the video,
No,
in the Apple video?
he's like
No.
skinny, and he's like.
Oh, okay,
He's
yeah.
doing
So that's
okay.
right
Him
now.
doing that shit though, like
There's no way that
There's no way that
because that
he's still-
song didn't come out 2 years ago.
Yeah,
it came
yeah.
that
out like a
came
few
out like
months ago.
3 months ago when it
Yeah.
got popular.
Mm.
Yeah, so there's no way.
So he's for sure skinny now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Which
think
is cool.
everyone
yeah.
that's saying that he's not is just jealous that he lost that amount. of
Let's
weight.
pull up so people get some context.
Yeah.
Alyssa, do you want to go
I
over
feel like
to
if you
the-
showed a
over to
picture, like
Google,
they would understand.
type in to the best of your ability, Nikocado avocado. It'll probably come up weight loss transformation. Yeah.
Because I didn't even really know who he
I'm just
was.
gonna-
I saw
yeah.
him like bigger, and then when he
Two
was
Two
skinny,
images. I'm sure there'll
Yeah.
be like a.
Like he has
a
to
comparison.
weigh,
Yeah. Look
and
at
then go
like
to
the
tier
first
list
two.
option.
He has to weigh like 120 now.
Tier list right underneath that. Yeah.
No, for real,
And look at us here. So this is who we're talking about. So you can click that first one all the way to the left.
Yeah.
That's a good. Just to get an idea, that is the same person. You may
Yeah.
not believe that, but
Like
that's
people
what he
would
looked like
recognize him. No,
beforehand.
people would recognize him.
That's
Yeah.
what he looked like beforehand. Before he gained a bunch of weight, that's
Yeah.
exactly what he looked
Mhm.
like.
yeah, it's kind of
insane.
wild. It's wild to think. I mean, congrats on the weight loss.
I just want to know
and-
what he did. Like, was it Ozempic? Was it like working out every day, not eating absolutely anything? But I feel like once someone develops those like eating habits, you can't just not eat like that.
Yeah.
Or at least
I mean, I believe he's still filming content eating. Like
he did,
that.
because I saw a mukbang that he did where he had like a whole tray of like food. I don't know if it was like noodles or what it was.
Well,
but-
yeah, and just being someone who does mukbangs or eating in excess every once in a while is not. I mean, it's not healthy, but it's also like there's
No.
plenty of people. If you look up like Eric the Electric or
Jelly
other
beans.
Jelly
sweets.
beans.
yeah, other
But it's
competitive
like
eaters that are
he-
like ripped and they eat a ton of shitty
Oh,
food.
They
no.
also
they're
work
not.
out like
Yeah.
like a lot.
You look up Eric the Electric. Sorry, I'm gonna make you look up some shit today.
Like I like.
I believe it's Eric the Electric. This dude is in
Oh,
pretty
I've
good
seen
shape.
this dude.
And he'll eat a ridiculous amount of food. Like just like I mean, you click around to any of these, but he's in good shape.
Yeah.
But
Damn, I
he
wish.
does these big challenges. That's how he makes his money. He does videos like this.
But like people like this, I feel like they only do these videos like once a week, and they work out like an insane amount throughout the week, and they're probably
And just
eating soup
record it like
once a week. But Nikocado Avocado was literally doing these videos like and going live like every day almost.
Yeah, it was a little.
And that's where it's like
Yeah.
that will
insane.
actually have an effect on your health.
I heard some of those creators are bulimic and they throw it up right after, which some of that is true. I
Yes.
have
There's
heard
Okay,
this
that.
one
yeah.
girl that I saw on TikTok. She like
The
she
sushi
eats-
one, the one that eats sushi all the time.
No, I don't know if it's sushi, but she eats a lot of like she'll eat like straight butter. Like she'll eat like
Oh, ew.
butter, so
Mm.
she's able like this is what I've heard in the comments, which this is really sad actually, but she like throws it up,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's what all like everyone's saying is that she'll eat these insane because she's skinny, like she's really small, but she eats like these insane meals, and it has to be that she's like throwing it up because she's eating butter with it. Like she'll take like literally a tablespoon's worth of butter with every bite.
to help her throw it up.
That's what everyone in the comments is saying, is like, this is for her to throw it up, and that's
Yeah, it's
so
sad. I wish it is sad, our relationship with food, especially I think here in America. It is sad that it's come to that, where like I have friends, and I've done it before too, where it's like I'm sitting down to eat dinner or something, and I turn a YouTube video on, and like I'm eating this boring whatever, and you're watching someone else eat, 20 McChickens and a McFlurry and all this other shit. And it's like you like kind of live vicariously through it. But it is sad when you start to think of like, okay, well, if that person is trying to do that, they're not just doing it for me that one day. They need to be doing that over and over again to get new people in watching this stuff so they can make a living. And it's so when you kind of derive your living from it, then it turns into something maybe not so positive. Well,
that's the whole thing with Jelly Bean Sweets, that she literally popped out of nowhere. Where she was like, at first she was doing like making like dancing videos. I don't know if you've seen her, but she was doing like dancing videos.
Yep.
Like
I didn't know her
like
before then.
Or not PlayStation. It was Just Dance. She was doing like Just Dance to like, and it was very healthy, very like, and when she would eat like and do mukbangs or mukbangs, it was very healthy. But then she started eating like insane amounts of food. Like she would stack like burritos, like 2 burritos
and like
from Taco
dip
Bell
that
with, like,
shit
sauce.
in there, and
like,
I'm
not
oh
gonna
my
lie,
God.
like I would see those
That
videos
sounds
and
so
I'd be like,
good.
I would totally eat that. But grand scheme of things, like that's not healthy.
Yeah.
That's not like.
Well, I couldn't eat the
Well,
amount.
the thing is, it's like it's fine. Like it is totally fine, and everyone is within their right to every once in a while you want to go pig out at T-Bell at 2 in the morning.
Yeah,
Go do that shit. But the issue is when we build creators maybe careers up on doing those things, and I don't know this person you're talking about, right? So I'm not trying to bash them in any way.
No.
But when we build people up in that way, then that becomes their entire timeline.
Yeah.
And so then that's like we kind of get this idea or this perception of them that like that's what they eat, and then maybe other people internalize that. And obviously, hopefully, you're smart enough to not be like, oh, I should eat exactly the same way. But even if you're not, we're rewarding this person for doing it, and then they do that, and then they live a less healthy life.
Well, they make money off of it.
Yeah,
though. They make so much money off that.
And one of her last TikToks was literally, it was like addressing like the hate that she had gotten, and it was like basically saying like there's people that like hated on her, but like
she's so confident though. She posts TikToks about her so happy and so confident. I'm like,
right. It's like at this
do
point,
it then.
Like, if she's
fucking
gonna
do it.
Like people hating on her,
and she's happy
isn't
though.
making her eat healthy. So it's like if you're gonna hate on it.
This is not the one that ate butter, or this is the one that ate butter?
No, not the one that ate butter.
She's the one that like
the jelly bean.
She eats like
she's
she likes Taco Bell.
But she's always so happy. Whatever she does.
So it's like at this point, it's like if she's gonna continue eating that way, that's obviously her personal choice. Like I don't think.
Is she healthy otherwise? Like does she or no?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen her old videos were literally Just Dance videos of her in like her dorm or like not her dorm but like her campus, and it was like her like. She was like losing weight, and it was like a very healthy like.
I didn't know who she was.
It was a very healthy release. It was like her doing Just Dance videos, and she was in really good shape. And then out of nowhere, she started doing mukbangs, and she started gaining like traction. And then that's when she started doing it like every single day. She would post 3 videos of like. It was the same like food. Like she'd buy like, for example, Taco Bell. She'd do one like slow mukbang, one fast mukbang, and then one her like taco.
Yeah, she makes like multiple videos.
But she hasn't in a while because she's been in Thailand.
Is she like less like visibly less healthy now? Okay, yeah. All right. Well, that might be then I would say maybe don't do that. Then.
And they're saying that she's like making like feeder content now. Where it's like people will ask her to do stuff like, for example, like, okay, this sounds so weird, but like put extra sauce on your burrito and like that type of stuff, and like she's actually doing it. That's what I've heard, because like all the comments under her videos are like,
I feel like it's to the point where you're having so many views and so many likes that it's like she's gonna do what people want.
That like she wasn't making that much off of her videos, so then at that point it's like, what's the point of you doing that? But I guess if she's making like a decent amount, like it's better than nothing.
I think it's hard for a lot of people when you at least I've seen it, if you like she probably just on a whim was like, oh, maybe it'd be fun to try doing a mukbang or mukbang.
Yeah, just
and then she did it, and then it did really well.
Yeah.
And then she goes, oh, I gotta
maybe I should keep doing this.
I'm gonna keep doing this.
Yeah.
And then it turns into like you're sort of stuck in this loop of like, okay, well, whatever they want, I have to do. And even if it's not what you want to do, which I hope for myself, and I hope for any other people that like are creators or want to become a creator in any way, that you don't get stuck in that loop, because that does not seem like a lot of fun. It is the first day of fall, though. It is the first day or yesterday was the first day of fall.
Yesterday, the 22nd.
Right?
Oh my
It's a
God,
little
that's
chillier here
crazy.
today in
It is.
Wisconsin.
It, like,
cooled
flipped
That's
off.
so
Nowhere.
sad.
It was real
First
hot.
day
No,
of fall,
I
it,
went
like,
to-
completely switched.
No, I woke up this morning and looked to what I'd wear to class, and it was like 60, 55 degrees, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my
yeah,
God.
Yeah, it really got chill. What do you love most about fall?
I don't know.
Wow.
Halloween.
they say
I
that
love
like
Halloween.
I mean they say that white women love fall.
I like
Like
for like the outfit choices.
yeah,
Fall's
you can
kind
like
of nicer.
you can layer more.
Yeah.
You know? You
I'm
can,
not white, so.
Oh.
So you don't love do you
Well,
love fall or
No,
no?
I like summer.
No,
Oh,
fall's
I'm a summer-
fun because
summer
I'll be
person as well.
comfortable. I can go to class and look cute, but not have to wear a tank top and.
Yeah.
Do you guys do the pumpkin spice thing or no?
Oh, I
What
made a pumpkin
pumpkin
spice
spice
latte, and
thing?
I was gonna make pumpkin.
Like pumpkin spice this time of year is huge. Like people love everything pumpkin
Yes.
spice. Like they got the deodorants.
The
they got
pumpkin
candles.
spice.
Starbucks pumpkin
the
foam
bread. Oh,
is. I don't.
They got dude wipes that are pumpkin spice
Do they
flavored.
actually?
I
What?
think
Wait,
so, yeah.
pause. What are dude wipes?
Dude wipes.
It's just a-
Because I saw dude wipes once. I'm like,
They're
what
in
the
the
fuck is
bathroom.
that?
Yeah,
They're in his bathroom.
Yeah.
But I know they're in
just
his
an
too, but I saw them
they're just-
somewhere
they're
else,
just
and
an
I was like, what the
unscented,
fuck is that?
flushable wipe,
So it's like a
Yum,
baby wipe,
But there's a pumpkin spice
but it's for
flavor.
dudes.
and it's flushable. Some baby wipes are not flushable.
You have to buy
It's
the
like a-
ones. No, you can buy ones at your local retail store.
Yeah.
Get some dude
Yeah.
wipes.
No,
Yeah.
not dude wipes. You can buy
Men.
like the.
Well, I'm a
Great.
dude, so I want the
I
dude
don't-
wipes. It's
Oh,
getting me
Dude
with the
wipes.
marketing.
So you're gonna get the pumpkin spice dude
I'm
wipes.
gonna try to-
I didn't
I'll-
want to advertise.
I'll
like
try
I
to
did
find
last
'em.
time without
Okay.
them being sponsored.
Yeah. I'll try to find some. We can try them on the show. That would be cool.
Some dude wipes on
yeah.
the show.
Yeah. that'd be
Tune in, you guys.
Maybe that'll
My
be like
Venmo is
yeah. Drop the Venmo again.
Iris.Olivers.
No, I do love getting to you get to throw some layers on in the fall.
No, it's
I love football
nice,
season
yeah.
is cool. Let's see that. Yeah, warm drinks are good too. Like a hot chocolate is
Chai,
fun.
hot chai. In the
Hot
summer,
chai.
it's cold iced chai.
But the
in the
pumpkin foam is
With-
so
But
good.
you can make that at home, and it honestly tastes so
You
much
can make the
better.
pumpkin foam at home.
Absolutely.
Oh my
you
god,
can
then make
pump-
it for me. The fuck?
I will.
I pay
Okay.
so much
You
money
also,
for that.
oh my god, I know this is kind of off topic, but have you tried chickpea cookies?
I've had chickpea, like different chickpea foods, because you can do that when you're vegan, right? Or no? I
It's
can't
high
remember.
fiber,
You
high
really-
protein. I made.
What-
But I've had like pastas. And
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
that
to the
were-
banza,
pasta.
like
chick-
chick-
well, that
no,
brand
that's-
for
You know
sure.
that's really bad for you, actually.
Oh well,
I've been
just needed
eating
the
that for
protein.
so long. It's
I-
actually really bad for
I was just eating it because of the protein, but
Yeah, no.
I made the most. Okay, they don't taste exactly like chocolate chips,
Okay.
but honestly, for being high protein, like, and high fiber, chickpea chocolate chip cookies are not bad.
chickpea. Well, I
Okay.
might have to try one.
I
Chickpea
made a
chocolate
bunch.
chip
I'll bring
cookies.
you one.
Yeah, I've never had a chocolate chip cookie. That's for sure.
You've never had a chocolate
That's a
chip-
chickpea one. That's
Oh
for sure.
yeah,
But I know like
okay.
vegan ones usually suck. So like.
Okay, no, because I just bought
And
the
I-
most amazing. It's gluten-free, dairy-free cookies at Meyer, and it was so good. They were so good. I don't remember the brand of them, but they had pumpkin. They had a pumpkin one. They had a chocolate chip cookie one. They had a snickerdoodle one, a double chocolate. Like they were really good, and you can't even tell the difference. They taste like regular ones that you just like shove in the oven.
I know, but that's what people say. But every time you can
No,
taste
I
the difference.
swear. I'm like,
And
a
sometimes
You
it's
are
good,
the
sometimes-
only exception to when I
they're-
tried things.
Sometimes they're still
Yeah.
good, right? Sometimes they're still
I'm
good,
like-
but I can taste the difference.
I'm like a
Yeah.
connoisseur because I, for the most part, keep gluten and dairy out of my diet. So I know what tastes good and what doesn't. I know what tastes like a regular chocolate chip cookie. These cookies, they're amazing. They're
Okay.
so good. You can't even tell the difference.
Okay, I'll believe you.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it because I can't say that I'll eat any of it. Okay, but how do we last bit of fall?
Okay.
How do we get the most out of our fall? What is something we have to do this fall, or that you think that people should do to enjoy it the most?
I'm forcing every single one of my friends to go to haunted house with me.
Haunted
That's
house.
what I'm doing. You won't be here.
I also don't go to haunted
But
houses.
I love them. They're so fun for
I
me.
don't.
Like
I don't
I
like
enjoy it
Do you do
so
the ones
much.
where like they grab you or they can touch you at
Oh,
all?
no.
Oh.
No.
I feel like if you're
No.
gonna go to a haunted house, though, like that's what you should,
should
be
go
doing. I
all out.
personally don't
no,
go to
but
haunted
like
Sign
I
a
houses.
love
waiver.
haunted. No,
Yes. Oh my god.
no,
Wait. What's
no,
that
I'm
one
not
haunted
doing
house
that.
that's like actually notorious for like people actually getting hurt?
Yeah, no. What is it called? There's this haunted
not
house.
Epstein. I almost said Epstein Island. Wait, that's not.
No.
That is a haunted house for some people.
No, wait, what is it called? No, it's this haunted house. These people have to sign a waiver, and they're like,
You can actually touch people. Can actually hit you.
no,
and
like
stuff.
this man would be like,
This
what is
sounds a
your
lot like
worst
Epstein's
fear?
Island
And they'd
right
be
now.
like, he would do their worst fear. Like shit was insane. Like,
You
oh
have
my
to
god,
sign like a literal
it's on
waiver, like,
Netflix.
even if you
Wait, it's on
die.
Netflix.
Okay,
It's on
yeah,
Netflix.
so probably not the Netflix one, but there's one not far from here. It's somewhere in right over the border in Illinois. That it's like a 2-story build. It's like a 2-story building. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's in Zion, I think, potentially. Maybe we'll look it up in a second. Do you want to look it up and see if you can find anything on it?
Oh, my nose.
But essentially, it's like 2 stories. You sign a waiver, they can touch you, and I think like you even maybe get something for finishing it. Like it's that like some people like don't even make it all the way through.
See,
it. Like,
that's
they just,
not
like,
what
turn
I'm
around.
like. I'll go to a haunted house where they can't touch me. I will have like me and my friends are gonna go to Fright
But
Fest.
that's
and like,
the thing.
fuck
I feel
yes.
like if you are going to a haunted house like that, I personally don't go to haunted houses because I just don't like that, and I feel like I'm gonna get like possessed or something.
The majority
but,
of haunted houses don't touch you.
But I feel like if you are going to a haunted house, like you should be like fully scared.
No.
Like if I
Yeah.
ever were to go to one, I
am.
would go all out because I never go to them. So if I were, I would want to be so scared that like I'm like crying for Jesus Christ.
that's
Yeah,
not
I wish
how
they would let you film, and I know they don't let you film. I would
No,
totally do
I
a
love
bunch,
haunted houses.
because I want to do. There's one in Madison, right outside of Madison too. That is it's like a haunted like field. I forget the name of it. I think it's like it's a play on The Hills Have Eyes, but it's like scary as fuck. It's like a mile or something that you like walk.
Yeah,
In these
but that's
people, they can touch you though. I think also.
okay.
See, I feel
well,
like
that's fine as long as they don't fucking grab me. Like you can touch me.
They're
that's
not gonna
fine.
grab. Yeah, they're not gonna grab
But
you.
like
they're
that's
just gonna
fine.
jump out with like
But
a
like
chainsaw.
I went to what was it called? It was in like Green Bay. I don't know if you guys remember.
Okay,
Green
I
Bay.
don't go
Bay.
there often.
What was it called? I don't remember. But
a
it
haunted
was
house.
it was like you take a train and then you'd like go through a little house and you'd walk through the field and go through another house, and it was like it wasn't scary though. It was like mediocre. It was boring.
Yeah. See.
But
You can't call it not scary and then also not want to do these actual scary
no,
ones.
I
Yeah.
would as long if they can touch me. That's one thing, but like not like
I feel like you need to
like that's
get
one thing,
some,
but
like,
don't
action in
do
there.
anything
like, I
else.
feel like if you're going to a haunted house, like again, like I said, I don't go to them. So if I were like, I would go to one where they literally like actually scare me, like have like
yeah.
a gun or not
Dude,
loaded
a haunted
up.
hospital. A haunted
like a chainsaw with the
Yeah.
Not a gun. Don't cancel me.
a hospital would be good, like a haunted hospital.
oh my god, a
That
haunted
would be
hospital.
scary.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
that
And
would
like
be
they have like
fine.
scalpels and stuff, and they're chasing you with them, and they can
Yeah.
actually like grab you and like hold the scalpel.
as
to
long
your
as they
head.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fuck it, dude. I
Should
would
I
sign
make
up.
a haunted house?
Yeah, you should. You should make people sign
Yeah,
lots of waivers.
should we-
and
Just
do a
like we
TV
just
show on it.
start a podcast.
Should we start a podcast from like Hawaii and
Yeah.
Wisconsin?
McCamey
could.
Manor. That's what you think?
Yes.
McCamey Manor.
Oh wait, that's the one that's like super scary where you like can actually die in that.
No,
don't- they
people do
cannot-
die in it. People do die in
People
it.
do not fucking
No,
die.
No, people
there
have
been people.
like she's almost had like a heart attack. Like
People have like actually. I
no,
think people
the
have
man
died.
that owns
You have this pulled
that.
up right now.
I
She has this pulled up
watched.
right now.
I
Read
watched
this.
the
Wait, 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 wait. Let's see
documentary.
this.
The
Okay.
man that owns that is
Can you make
insane.
it a little bit
He's
bigger? Put
crazy.
The 3 dots in the top right, and just make it a little bit bigger. Change the thing to like 150 or something. Okay, yeah, that's good. Let's see. Where's this? So it's McCain. What do you say it is?
Yeah.
McCamey Manor. This extreme haunted house has been described as a torture chamber where employees
Yeah, it's
may
not even a
physically
haunted
assault
house.
visitors, waterboard them,
Yeah.
and more. Visitors must sign a detailed waiver, pass a background check, and provide proof of medical insurance. Has anybody died? Can
Okay,
you look
maybe
up,
no one
anyone
has died. I was
'Cause there's no way
over-exaggerating.
anybody has died and they're still in business. You can't sign up to die.
No, because that man's crazy.
No,
Like
because there's actual waivers that are signed and like.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
like they're like they signed this waiver and like
If you
how
were
do
to
I
die,
even explain this? Like
I think if I'm.
I like when I
remember
was
this
watching the documentary, people are like, "What scares you the most?" And they tell him like this. Okay, spiders. I'm a no for that.
That's only
Hell
if
no.
you
If you
catch
go to a
me,
haunted
bro.
But
house
some
and there's
girl-
spider.
No. But some girl at this place was like, "I'm scared of spiders." He like put her in something and just spiders crawl, like tarantulas crawling all
So
over
they're gonna
her.
put whatever you say you're afraid of.
Yeah, and like
there.
they're
And,
actually
like
allowed
someone
to like touch
almost
you and
drowned.
like it's like a torture chamber.
No, someone got her hair fucking shaved off.
No, it's like a
no.
literal torture
No
No,
one
chamber.
has
it's
died,
not a
though.
haunted house.
No
It's
one has
way
died
worse.
in Notorious Attraction. But
Okay,
it is like
well,
a torture chamber.
I would've
And there has
died.
been one reported. There has been a reported heart attack.
See, that's why.
Yeah, see,
That's-
that's so like that is. I would never do that.
What do you have to say? The owner was arrested this summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I
No,
heard that
he's
too.
insane. Like
Okay.
he's creepy.
Okay, so I'm telling if I'm going in right, and they're gonna, you can go back to if I'm going into
What are
this
your
haunted
worst
house,
fears?
and I have to tell them my worst fears because they're gonna put that in there. I'm telling them something I'm not afraid of.
Exactly. But people
But
like
then what's the
I'm gonna
people
tell 'em
pay
I'm
money to
afraid-
get scared for that.
I'm
Like
gonna
they
tell
There's
'em-
like
money.
a wait list of like over like I
yeah,
think like
yeah.
10 years for this.
I'm gonna tell them like I'm really afraid
Okay, maybe
of
not 10
Lego sets, expensive Lego
Okay,
sets.
well, they're not gonna believe that.
I'm just
podcasting
so
equipment.
scared of Lego sets and
Yeah.
$1 million
Yeah. Yeah,
and a
like-
sugar daddy, a rich sugar daddy. I'm so scared of them.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Just pile 10 of them. I'll be cowering in
Yeah.
fear.
I'm telling them that shit because I'm not trying to go into no spiders or anything. But that's crazy. I didn't know
No,
that
for
existed.
real.
There's a documentary on that on Netflix. You said.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it's on Netflix. I watched like part of it, but then I kind of got like,
I have to
I don't
check
want
that
to
out
watch
because
this
that's
anymore.
interesting. Yeah, definitely. I would say do a haunted house though. If this
I
fall,
love
if you can,
haunted
I think
houses.
everyone should try to do that.
I think
Yeah.
it should be like watching movies and making like cookies and
Yeah.
getting like a cozy blanket because I don't celebrate Halloween.
You don't celebrate Halloween
Mm-mm.
against your
Why?
religion, or
It is actually.
really? What's your,
That's so
what's
I
your
was.
religion?
I'm Christian, but I'm Pentecostal.
You just made
What?
up a word.
Why did
I did not make that word up.
this?
And I grew up learning that was like the devil's like holiday.
Mm.
So it's like a pagan holiday. So because of that, I grew up not
So what is
celebrating Halloween.
what is the denomination you just explained?
Pentecostal. It's like a strand of Christianity.
Yeah. What is the what's the biggest differing factors other than you guys hate Halloween?
Okay, well, I think a lot of people when they think Christian, they think like Catherine.
Catherine.
Catholic Lutheran. Sorry, Catholic Lutheran. But I'm Pentecostal, and it's just a lot more like strict. So, for example, when I would go to church, like when I was little, I haven't gone in a while, which I really need to go back. But like when I was little, like I was only allowed to wear like long skirts. I wasn't allowed to have like piercings or like heavy makeup. I wasn't allowed to show anything with a lot of skin.
Okay.
Halloween was like the devil's holiday, basically, and I still don't celebrate it because I still like obviously have the same, for the most part, like beliefs, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot different from like Catholicism. Like even we're not allowed to drink,
Okay.
and
You're
that-
very much following. It sounds like you're following all of this to a T. It sounds like you're following all this.
no, there's some things that I have gotten a little bit more like lax about, but
Mhm.
like
I still don't know how it's different than other.
well, because for
Christianity.
example, Catholics,
Like, what
do
do you
they
guys
drink wine? Catholics, do they drink wine?
They
When
can
you
drink
have
wine?
like
What-
the Wednesday thing, Wednesday mass, they drink wine and do like
sure.
the whole
what
thing.
what
We
like,
don't do
Like,
that.
Do you know
We
like,
drink grape juice.
Like communion.
Do you know like
communion.
what specifically?
I was drinking wine when I was like 8 years old.
Yeah, we drink. Even the adults drink grape juice.
Is it just you have more things you can't do?
Yeah,
or is
that's
there
basically
Yeah.
what
a
it is. Like we
difference?
still follow like the religion. There is no like I don't know if like Catholics do like a lot of like Mary what's like
I'm not
Mary-
Catholic, so when you
Mary
point
what?
at me,
I'm
like
not Catholic
Mar-
either.
like Jesus' mom, they like have her as like a saint. We
She's
don't
a
do that.
virgin.
Mary
Right.
the
Virgin
Virgin.
Mary. We
Mhm.
don't have her as like a saint. A lot of like Catholics like they do it as like Virgin Mary. They consider her like a saint. We don't consider her a saint.
What was she in yours?
She's just the mother
She
of
just gave birth
Jesus.
to
She gave
Jesus.
birth to Jesus,
But
and
so
she's
she
like
was
his mom.
She was getting it on then. So she had sex.
No,
to Jesus,
no,
or
she did not have sex
Well,
She's
then
because
still a
how-
virgin.
he was conceived as a virgin. She was a virgin,
Immaculate
but
conception.
we don't consider her a saint, which is what like Catholics, I believe.
Damn, y'all just hating on her.
We don't hate on her. She just isn't a saint.
Mm,
She just was blessed
okay.
She was just
to be the mother of Jesus Christ.
Speaking of being blessed, you guys blessed the airwaves with your last episode of the podcast, which I know because this is like 99.9% of the reason you wanted to come back
Yeah, actually, I
was because of the last episode, right? So you got some.
I'm not
From
part
what
of
it sounds
this.
like, it sounds like you got some hate and you wanted to come back and,
Yeah.
and clear the air.
So
what's
we
going
could
on?
talk about this for hours. First
Okay.
of all, you guys, I want to just like tell you. I wish I could show you like the screen and what I look like in person. I'm not orange. I'm just
She's
tan.
not orange. She's
I
just
am
tan.
Caribbean.
Wait, okay, what is
I
this in
am
reference
so-
to? What is this in reference to?
I was told that I looked like Donald Trump and Oompa Loompa, orange. I am literally Caribbean. I'm Caribbean Islander. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm just tan. Darren just has the lighting in here. Laura, what did you just break?
Okay.
Darren
we'll
just
fix it in
has-
a second.
Darren just has the lighting in here that it favors his side. Because I swear I don't look orange in person. I am just tan.
Should I sit on that side?
If I could show you this.
Should I sit on that side to see?
Yeah, can
I'll
we
sit, I'll
switch?
sit. No, I'll sit next to you.
Yeah.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Let's
Okay.
see. Stay right there. Let's see.
Okay, if this like backfires, I'm actually gonna hate my life.
This is big time right here. Okay?
I'm gonna hate my
gonna
life.
try
But
to
look,
sneak in
he
here.
does have more of like a reddish orangish undertone. If I were to switch and sit in your seat, wait, now I need to.
I don't know, man. I think.
Okay, wait. Oh, see, I look more tan in this. I don't look as like orange.
You do look a little bit more tan.
Yeah,
I don't look any more orange though
See,
over
I'm
here
just
though.
very tan. Like naturally, I am very tan, and then this, I look more tan. Over there, I look straight orange, which is
Okay.
not a look for
Do you have any questions for me now that you're the host of the podcast?
Yeah,
You
so
think good-
I have a question. Why do you block any of these haters? Why do you, like that actually hurt? Okay, no, I don't let the hate get to me, you guys.
Okay,
I
it
don't
hurt
let
your
get to
feelings
me.
that I didn't block them.
No, it didn't hurt my feelings.
You wanted
I
me
just
to delete
wanted
the
go-
comments?
No, that's fine. Let them say what they want to say because
Okay.
let me tell you, every single one of these people saying those things were literally ugly, old, and had a cat in their profile. I am not
love
about to let
cats.
a man, a 50-year-old man with a cat in his profile, tell me that I'm ugly. Like, you know what? Look at your profile picture.
Yeah.
Let's compare.
Cats are cute though.
Cats are cute, not the men
Yeah.
behind them, though.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it depends. I didn't see these men, so I don't know. But
Well, they were.
they're in the
They-
comments of
Yes,
one of
they're
the
in
videos.
the comments of your videos, and
Okay.
they're like literally all that they were saying the entire time. All
Give
they
us
were
one
saying
second
the
here.
entire time was just literally things like, "Oh, of course, the girl that looks like that would say it." Looks like what?
So we'll get it. Okay, we're gonna get into this. So we'll switch
Yeah,
back
can we
here.
switch back?
Switch
I don't.
back.
I'm not.
I'm gonna fix these lights for you. Let me do this real quick so that we're situated. Are you comfy? We're not
Super
getting up
comfy.
again?
No, we're not. I just needed to
Okay,
prove a
that's
point
fine.
that in this it makes me look more orange, and over there I just look straight tan because I am tan. I'm naturally more olive skin.
Guys,
and
she's
when
Puerto
it's-
Rican.
Yes.
I'm sorry she's fucking tan.
I'm Puerto Rican. If you're jealous that I'm from the Caribbean and you're not, I don't know what to tell you.
I wish I would have
Yeah,
turned
exactly.
orange when
I'm
I
gonna
was
get
over there. That would have been
canceled
fun.
for that too. Actually,
That would have been fun if I would have turned orange.
Let those 40-year-old men cancel
You didn't turn
you,
orange,
for
but
real.
you did. Your skin tone did look a lot more like red.
So
over here.
we there was a video from the last podcast
Yeah.
where I believe I asked you something, or you made a comment about if people can't afford.
No.
It started. Wait.
I do want to.
Because we
I
have to
have
give full
no
context. You can't just
comment.
come on here and be like, these
I
guys
have
were
no
calling me
comment.
ugly. You can't just come on here and say that. I gotta fix this camera
Okay.
real quick too. You can't just come on there and
No.
say that, because that's not the full context, right? Let's switch this to.
There's no comment.
There's that.
Iris,
Okay. So
please.
you were making a comment specifically about dating. We were talking about dating.
Can I just reiterate?
And you said something to the effect of, if you cannot afford, it started with a $50, then it went to $75, then it went to $100, and then it even went up to like a few $400 date. Then they should not be dating.
Can I
right?
just reiterate?
So
Yeah,
that's
reiterate,
when these
please.
people started coming for you.
Okay, first of all, I don't think I have a
Please
sense of humor
reiterate.
that not a lot of people catch on very well. I was a little bit tips. And also on top of that, I was being sarcastic. I don't quite literally mean that the first date has to be $500.
Oh,
I'm not saying that
no.
because no date that I've
How
been
much
on,
should it be?
I think like nowadays $100 is like
Oh,
a typical.
Okay, if
like,
I'm going on a
out.
first date, like, it doesn't matter how much it is. It doesn't matter where we go. Like, I just, like, if some man invited me on a first date, I'd expect them, like, I don't care how much it is. I'd expect them to pay.
Yeah, and it's
You
also
know?
like we're not out here, and this is what I think a lot
Yeah.
of people. It was very misconstrued. Is that people think like we're out here looking for like the most expensive restaurant. You could literally take me to McDonald's, but if it's like a first
no,
date
but
type
men,
of thing, like
yeah.
the guy should pay. And
Well,
like
of
if we're talking
course.
for like a month, let's say we're talking for like a month or a few weeks. Like,
no, but like once you start
have
talking
the
for a
video
while,
photos.
you start like fighting. Like I remember I'd be like pulling out my credit card fighting to pay for it. 'Cause
Yeah,
they'd
and it's,
always
like,
want to pay.
after
But I'm like,
the
no,
first,
let me
like,
pay.
let's say after like the second date, yeah,
Yeah.
sure, like I'll pay. It's just like it's like a very like, I don't know. I'm into like very like masculine men. I don't want to
Yeah.
be the man in the relationship. Like I want the dude
Exactly.
to do masculine things. And I think like the first 2 dates, that's valid. Like have the
That
dude
is
pay the first few dates.
Have them pay the first couple of dates.
And then-
Doesn't have
Yeah.
to be $400.
No,
No,
that was
no,
such an
no.
exaggeration, and no one understood
That was an
And I got told I looked
exaggeration.
orange, looked like Donald Trump. Of course, a girl with lip filler would say that. Of course, a man with his cat, with a fucking cat in his profile, would say that. Because that's the only fucking cat you're getting tonight, buddy.
So it sounds like the hate doesn't affect you much, but
No,
just
not
for
at all.
full context,
Who?
this is what you said.
But like, you're a dude, bro. Like, pay for the meal. Like,
Yeah.
if you cannot
Respect
afford,
that.
if you cannot afford a freaking $50 meal,
$50? You said $50.
$100 meal.
Okay, wow.
What expects you to think that you can be in a relationship with someone? If you're not mature enough that you can't pay for a $100 tab, you have no business being in a relationship.
Okay, $50 tab.
Okay,
That's
but
valid.
you can clearly tell in that video that I was like, you can literally tell I was like doing it just to be funny.
$50
Like,
is so fucking valid though. Like,
yeah, like $50, $100.
If I'm at a
that's
bar-
any typical. Like even me and my aunt, we went out to eat yesterday, and she got 2 drinks. I got a root beer. We got an appetizer and then 2 entrees. $100. Like
Yeah.
that's normal. That is so normal.
yeah, that's normal.
Like-
So here's what I'll say to kind of segue from this. Now that you're back, okay, is there anything else you want to say to tie that up in a bow?
Yeah,
to
I
tie
just
the hate
wanna
up, 'cause you felt
say-
like you got some hate.
Yes, I just want to say, first of all, I'm not orange. Second of all, I was clearly joking in that video. Like, obviously, I know no one's going to pay $500 for a first date unless you're, like, rich. Then that's a different story. But, obviously, a first date is going to be around, like, $100. And I think if you're taking a girl on a date, like, that's a very, like, masculine thing to do. And many females appreciate that. And that's just, like, a
course.
normal thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you guys are being raised, but I was raised where men pay for the first date.
Pause.
Yes.
If you're a
go.
man and your first date is
man.
gonna bring you to a fucking bar, a dive bar, it's not it.
You're gonna
You don't
get
think so?
canceled for that, Laura.
What's wrong with dive bars? What if it's their favorite dive bar and they spend a lot of
It
time
is.
there?
But
What if they
like,
love
if
it?
you really like a girl,
Is
Okay,
this
maybe not the
directed at
first
What if,
date.
someone,
listen,
Laura?
listen,
No,
listen,
no,
listen.
no,
Listen for one
no.
second. What if this
directed
guy?
at
if
someone?
they
Listen, before you go, before you cancel yourself. What if?
Alright, I'm not canceling myself.
What if said guy takes you to his favorite dive, right? Because he loves this place and he's hoping that maybe this will turn into something good, and he wants to share something that he really enjoys with
But
you.
it didn't turn into something good.
Okay, well, you never know. If he would have turned into your husband, then it would have been cute.
Then
that he
it would have
took me
been
to-
This
so
is the thing,
cute,
is that
but it
men
didn't.
act like they're
Didn't.
going to turn into your husband. This is the issue.
Mm.
Is that men act like they want to be your husbands, and then when push comes to shove, oh shit's
They're-
getting scary. Oh my god, I
Can
have
I
to have
use
a
foul
girlfriend.
language in here?
A
You can say
girlfriend.
whatever, except
Men are fucking pussies. They are scared of a fucking relationship.
Yes.
They are so
Yes.
scared.
And it's
And
ridiculous.
It's insane.
It's ridiculous.
It's so
It's like
insane.
what do you think that they're afraid of?
the
They're afraid of
commitment.
commitment. They're afraid of being in a relationship
Or God
because they can't
forbid-
handle it yet.
God forbid
Like,
your
you
dick
can't-
has to only stick in one
Oh
female.
my god, for
God
real.
forbid.
Like, you are seriously gonna look at me and say, I want you, I want to be with you.
Laura. Laura.
Do some
This isn't
Foul
directed at anyone.
shit.
This is not directed at
Okay.
anyone.
No, it's not. Like, for real. Like,
So
just
you
own
don't-
up to your shit.
Maybe the guys that you've talked to in the last however long have not been super committed.
No, but
right?
it's
They're
like, if
very-
you're gonna say one thing, fucking do it. If you're not
Sure.
gonna do that shit, then fucking say it.
Yeah.
You were literally a little bitch for not
And here's
saying
the
what
thing
you
too.
think.
It's like,
Absolutely,
like,
yeah.
guys,
it's fucking embarrassing.
and
Like,
guys just think we're stupid. It's like,
Like,
we're
I'm
not
not
dumb.
stupid.
It's like
I'm not dumb.
guys
I'm
know what
not
they're doing
fucking
with this
dumb.
shit. It's like you don't need to lie here and sit here in front of me or just however and act like you want a serious relationship
Exactly.
and then just have it be a hookup.
Exactly.
Females are horny too. I feel like, sorry, that took a really
Not
wild turn.
as horny.
Okay,
Not
but yes,
as
females will also just have sex, but you need to make that apparent, depending who the female is. Like, if a female just wants to have sex, she'll do it. So if you're a dude just wanting to have sex,
That's
just
one
say
thing.
that. Don't make it seem like you want a relationship.
No, but
because-
like when they want a relationship, they're gonna say one thing. Talk about,
Exactly.
I want you.
Exactly.
Oh my God, bring up every single thing that was like emotional to the girl.
Yeah, and they do it to be manipulative. And it's like,
And
if
do
you just want
that
to have
just
sex,
to-
just say that.
Yeah, that's
because it's better doing
insane.
that than dragging someone on and making it seem like you want something that you don't. Because then that just makes you look like a fucking idiot. No offense.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think for anybody, right, if man, woman, whatever, if all you're looking for is a quick hookup, then you should just
look somewhere else,
you wanna scoot
please.
your shoulder over.
Look
just a
somewhere
little.
else.
Yeah.
Turn it around.
My fat head.
camera.
Yeah, no, but it's totally
Look
it's
somewhere
totally valid,
fucking
right? If a dude
else.
says that he wants to give you the world, and then after you hook up a couple of times, then he's like, I'm out
No,
of here.
but,
Like
like-
that's fucked up, right? That's messed
Oh,
up.
that would
Yeah.
be so fucked up.
But on the other hand, right, if you were just upfront about it, then maybe there would be a mutual a wanting of that. Maybe some people would be down, like, oh, you know what, like I'm vibing with this person, we're having a good time. How long? I'm curious about this. How long of you seeing somebody, or how much time has to go by of you seeing someone before you need to have a conversation of what are we? Are we dating? Are we just hooking up? Are we
You're
like?
looking at me.
Is it a certain number of dates? Is it a certain amount of
Oh, I got
time?
it.
Like, what do you think?
I got it. Okay, though I don't feel like it doesn't have to be a specific amount, but like the amount of time you hang out with someone, get to know them, it's like it should be known that it's like you're not gonna go talk to other people, and like if you are,
How
like
long is that for you?
it depends on the relationship. Like if I hit it off with someone and like we were hanging out, like you hang out all the time, like you talk about like everything, like that's one
Under
thing.
the sun, yeah.
But it's like if you're gonna go out and like be with other people, like I'm not worried about it if I'm confident in like what we are. Like I don't have to worry about you going out with other people and like talking to them, you know.
I think it
So like
really,
I don't know. Like do we
I
have
feel
to
it
like
depends.
strictly
It really
say
let's
it?
pretend you go on a first date with somebody.
Yeah,
You
okay.
hang out for a couple hours. It's a good time.
Mm-hmm.
You guys go on a second, maybe a third. We're on like date 4.
You're
and
like,
both of you are probably maybe still seeing and talking to other people during this.
mm-hmm.
I'm not saying like sexually intimate, but I'm saying
But,
like,
like,
you're
you're
talking
still-
to, you're seeing other people right now, right?
yeah.
When does that, like, when is the point of no return? When do we go?
I think
This
once
is-
you start making that person a priority,
Exa-
and once
yeah.
like you stop talking to other people that you once talked to, I think that's when you should sit and realize like, hey, that's when that conversation should be had. Because if let's say, I mean, I've never done this, but like let's
I've
say
never had the
I know people that
conversation.
have like been talking to like 6 people at once. I think
No.
once you start talking, I mean, I wouldn't do that, but like I think once you start talking to like one person more than all the others, and once you stop really caring about those other people and you don't feel a need to respond to them or even see them, that's when that conversation should be had, because that's when you're playing with someone else's like emotions, I feel like.
Those other 5 people potentially,
Yeah,
you're saying.
like,
You're
you
leaving
know,
those
like
other-
that
If
other
I-
person, because if I'm obviously cutting
No.
out like 2 other people that I was talking to, again, I wouldn't do this, but like let's say I was talking to like 4 people.
Yeah, say you're talking to four different
Yes.
dudes.
One dude I actually genuinely form a connection with, and I'm like, you know what, like I could see this going somewhere. I think that's once that realization hits of I don't feel the need to hang out with these other dudes. That's when that
men really
conversation-
talk to 4 other people.
There's people that flirt with like so many people at once.
I get, but like
There's some
how
people that have they
No.
need a lot of attention.
But the
They're
thing
good.
is, like, how can
agree.
you put your energy into like 3 different? I can barely put my energy
But
into
there
one
are
person.
people
How do you
that
put
do
into
that, and that's the
fucking
thing.
5
And the
different
people that do that are men. Men fucking do that.
Yes, but like, how do you do that?
because they're
There's-
stupid.
to
Sorry.
to cut you not to cut you off. There's definitely men and women that do that.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
have
So
that need.
insane.
I
There's
think
just-
I just say men because I personally
Well,
wouldn't do that, and
obviously
you
yes,
wouldn't either,
because
so
you're a
because of
guy,
that.
so you're gonna.
There's
yeah.
well, there's just definitely
No,
people
yeah.
I've
A
seen.
lot of
I've had
people.
friends of mine, both men and women, that I see like constantly Snapchatting like 30
Like
people.
I could
Yeah, and
never be
that's
the one to do
insane.
that. I
That's
have
like-
zero
insane.
Snapchats.
They
you know,
need like
for
a
real.
lots of people to entertain them.
Yeah.
They need to constantly and you know that is what it is. I hope they figure that out. But
I do too.
yeah, I'm always curious as to like I think for me like if I was dating and let's say I was like casually going on dates and like I went on a date with a chick and I was maybe gonna go on a different date with another chick next week
Yeah.
and whatever. Like I think once you get to a third date, Like after that third date, if I'm gonna have a fourth date with said person, then I gotta figure like somebody not make it, not to make it like the Bachelor, Bachelorette, but like somebody gotta get sent home.
Someone is getting sent home.
We can't be seeing 3 women for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta. The more that progresses, the less people need to be there, and hopefully.
And I think that's like the whole part of like dating too. I think is like it's fine to like find who you like click with and like all this stuff. Like it's fine to like meet new people, but I think where it gets like kind of fucked up is where like when that person knows that they don't want to be with that person, or they know for a fact that like it's not going anywhere, and they still continue to pursue it just for shits and giggles. Like that's where it becomes like fucked up.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. People do that where they know for a fact it's not going to be anything,
but
like
they'll still put up with it. They'll still bullshit.
And like me personally, I do not pursue anything if I don't think it's gonna work. For example, like when me and Laura went out the other day, and there was this dude that came. You remember this? He came up to me and he kept asking me for my number, and I was like, no. Like I'm moving in 3 weeks. Like no, and he kept asking, and I was like, no, like this. And it's like that's the type of scenario where there would be people that are like, oh yeah, like whatever. Why would you do that if you know it's not going to go anywhere? Why would you lead someone on like that? I don't know. I just think it's not.
I think being straight up, I think communication is hard. I like it's obviously easier said than done, but I hope that everybody, if you're listening to this and you are dating or you're thinking about dating, whatever, that you do your best to at least, even in whatever way you can. It doesn't mean it's always going to work for people, but just try to be open and honest.
It's so hard, though. I feel like it honestly does take time, though, to realize
and
what
it's hard
you
you
want
don't
and
want to hurt
what
people,
you
right?
want.
Like maybe you start talking to a guy and you realize maybe like a second date that you're, or third date that you're like, ooh, this is not it. But you still like, maybe you still like, you don't.
But it's so
think
hard.
They're a shitty person, but you don't want to hurt their feelings.
But you don't exactly, and I just feel like it just takes time and it takes maturity.
No, 100%.
To realize, like, oh, this isn't gonna work, or oh, like if something if something happened, you need to be fucking mature about it and talk it out, not fucking.
Yeah, just sound hurt a little bit right now.
Oh no, I'm not hurt. I'm fine. But it's just like I don't know. Like there's so many things with
relationships.
Where like I don't know, you need to know what you want. That's about it.
I agree.
Yeah, I think spend some time, date yourself, figure out what you like and what you don't like before you start
getting back to like I think that's such an important thing. I feel like this happens after people break up or after like in such a long relationship. It's like finding what you like to do that genuinely is just something that you like to do, not anything related to your partner or your ex. Like genuinely finding and like going back to like what you like to do. Like I remember when I got out of my like 2-year relationship, like finding things that I genuinely enjoyed doing that didn't remind me of him or didn't remind me of like the relationship was really hard. But once I got back to it, I was able to enjoy like, and now I'm like single, but I genuinely like I can enjoy being single. And like if something happens and I meet someone, like that's one thing.
Exactly.
But I'm okay. I'm okay right now with
and that's
like, who
the main
I am.
thing. Like you have to be okay being by yourself.
I agree.
Like, it's when like you're so okay being by yourself and someone's gonna fuck.
That's when the right people. That's when you're receptive to the right people.
That's what that's the thing. You're more like I've had so many people now tell me that I'm so like there's something almost like magnetic about your personality when you're more open to things like yourself. When you have a more like attractive personality when you're able to like when you're able to like kind of bring that like I don't know that like vibe like wherever you go where you're just very like magnetic like people are more like I don't know it's more like enticing I don't know.
No, when you're true to yourself, I think that's a big part of it. Too, while you were getting into that, I want to just let you know, so if you want to open your chair a little bit, like go like this. Take this outside, so you're not. I want to make sure the light's hitting you, so you're not. Because right now you're getting side of your face. You're looking at Laura, and I don't want you to. So I don't want the people to miss you.
I just love looking at Laura.
Yeah. I'm curious. Okay, are you guys good at saying no to plans?
No, I'm awful. I'm so
no,
bad.
I'm actually.
I feel like you're actually pretty damn good at saying no to plans.
Is she good at saying no, or she'd say maybe and then just not show up?
So this is the thing. She'll say yes, and then the very last one she'll be like.
Okay, well, when I respect you to go to the gym at midnight, it's because I'm fucking tired.
Okay,
that's all.
Fast forward a week later where I'm like, okay, Laura, I was waiting for 4 hours for her to go to the gym. 4 hours pass, And
You waited for 4 hours. You know
Yeah,
how long
no,
I wait
you
for someone to
did
go to
not
the
wait
gym?
for
Like
I
20
did.
minutes.
I was waiting at 7, and she ended up not going. Last minute, she texted me that she just had a few drinks and that she wasn't gonna go.
Yeah.
And I ended up going by myself to the gym at 11 o'clock, and I got done at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Why would you wait 4 hours, dude?
Because I was waiting for Laura because I value our friendship.
No, because I really,
w-
because three of
Okay.
the hours I was stuck working.
And I understood
Okay.
that
And I
until
had
you
to-
told me that, I had a few drinks at work and I'm just feeling it now because I haven't eaten anything. I'm like, bitch, then fucking eat a burger.
All right.
Eat a burger.
That was a
Why do you think? What's so hard for you then, Iris, to say no to plans?
I don't
Like
know.
if-
I just don't like letting people down. So if someone like makes a plan with me, I will do everything in my power to like
See it.
try it. Exactly. Like
Yeah.
even today, like I have like a lot of like family stuff going on today,
Mm-hmm.
but because we already made this commitment, I'm
Yeah.
not going to back out last minute because that's just not, it's not okay. I
I'm
don't think.
I'm similar to that for sure, 100%. Super sympathetic to that. Another thing that taking it a step further that I struggle with is sometimes I have a lot of stuff going on that I'm like currently working on, and then like impromptu plans show up where someone's like, "Yo,
Mhm.
what are you doing tonight? Like we're doing
Yes.
X. Do you want to come do it?" And
It's stressful. It's
and I
like,
get like this thing where
I
I'm
don't know
like,
what
"Fuck,
to
no one ever
do."
asked me to hang
FOMO.
out. Like
FOMO.
no,
I
it's,
want to
it's
go,
like
and I
there's
want
too
to
much
make
going on.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
but it's like, but should I? If I go, I deliberately have to choose to not get this thing done that I
Mhm.
need done.
Yep.
But then and then it's like, oh, but if I don't go and I get this done, I'll be happy I got this done, but I'll be sad I missed the thing. And
Mhm.
then what if they don't invite me again? And like you
Yeah.
get all
Yup.
these thoughts.
That is exactly.
And so that's
yep.
something that's definitely messed me up in the last few years, where it's like I struggle with that so much to
Yeah.
say no to plans. Like I'll if I do, I feel terrible,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then if I don't say no, then I go and it's maybe not as exciting or thrilling as I thought, and the whole time I'm thinking about like I needed to do X, Y, and Z, and I didn't do it because I came here just to
Yeah.
make sure I didn't miss anything.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know, it's like it's so bad. I mean, I don't know where that comes from, but it's not good. I'm trying to be better at it. How do you guys think we can be better at it?
I think just putting yourself first, and like if there's genuinely something you can't do because you either don't have the time or you're just not like emotionally motivated to do it, it's completely fine. Like I have a friend that like I genuinely like appreciate this. Instead of coming up with excuses and saying like, oh, like sorry I can't, she'll just be like, honestly, like I'm really not feeling it, like I worked all day, and I think just being honest with yourself
Yeah.
and that other person, like someone
Yeah.
will appreciate that more than you just like making something up. And that's something I've struggled with, where like
I have too.
I've like literally almost lost a friend because I remember one time there was this dude I was talking to for the longest time, and he like we were hanging out and he didn't want me to leave, and like he was getting very like he would get very like weird about that stuff. And my friend had already asked me to hang out, and I lied to her, and instead of telling her that I was with him because I was scared of what she would say, I just told her I was like, oh, I'm like with my mom. And that did more damage than if I would have just told her, hey, like
Just told her straight up.
he's being really like annoying about this, like I'm sorry, like I can't hang out right now.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Yeah, I think again, it comes back to communication, right? Like communication is so difficult. Like having the emotional intelligence
to be able
to notice, right? Like
communicate with
in that
someone.
moment, you were like, you know, I probably like I'm sure there's a part of you that wanted to tell her, but you're like, fuck, but if I tell her, like she's gonna
would
be
have rather
mad.
hung
and
out
da-da.
with her is the thing, but I was too scared of his reaction and then her reaction to me hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Is
And
the whole thing.
Scary,
Yeah.
yeah, it can be difficult. I agree though. Trying to put yourself first is probably the best recipe there.
Agreed.
I know that I've had that plenty of time, even this year, and it's something that I'm in therapy now, and I'm trying to work on some stuff, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to get better at, because I've definitely like, you know, it's like I get done with a shift at work or something, and it's late, and then people are like, oh, we're going to this place. You want to do that? And I'm like, man, I just kind of wanted to go home and go to sleep,
Yeah,
because I
you
got to
don't
get up
have
early
any-
and do this
yeah.
again tomorrow. And
Exactly.
it's like, and then you're like, but fuck, I know this person never asked me to hang out. Like maybe
Right.
It's
I should make that
exhausting,
effort. And then you
like-
do, and then you go, and the whole time you're there, you're like, fuck, I should be home. And then I'm doing the math on like how many hours of sleep I'm gonna get, because now I went and did this, and I'm gonna be fucking pissed in the morning and all this
Yeah.
stuff. And it's just a cycle. But yeah, I think putting yourself first and just being honest and having the confidence in your relationships and in maybe
Yeah.
your own worth to be like, if I don't go this time, that is not an excuse for this person to never talk to me again. So if
Yeah.
they don't, that means they just weren't my friend.
No,
But it's
agreed.
okay. You know,
That
like
is
if
so
worst
true.
case
That's so
scenario, which
true.
that is, like a lot of times our brains go to the worst case scenario, like, oh, if I don't go, they're never going to ask me to hang out again, which is probably unrealistic. They probably are going to ask you to hang out again.
Right.
One, and two, if that worst case scenario did happen, then that means that person's
Then
probably
they're
not your
not
friend.
worth it. Yeah.
No, I agree.
You know, so that's where I would say on that. Okay, I want to talk age gaps in dating.
Oh, I have much
Oh
to
my
say
God!
about
Don't
this.
even get me started on age gaps in dating.
So what are you gonna say?
What are you gonna say? What is up? What are your okay? Like, what is so? I know people that have dated younger than themselves, like quite a bit younger than their age, and people that have dated quite a bit older than their age, both casually and not casually, like very formally dated.
I will say one thing, like, when you're dating someone who has a huge age gap, it's completely different dating someone with a big age gap in, like, high school versus, like, now.
Yeah.
Like, if I was dating someone now that was a big age gap, that's one thing. But, like, in high school, it's completely different because it's, like, you have a freshman and a like, that is a big age gap.
Yeah.
At a young age.
What?
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like now it's different.
Yeah.
Like, parents, like, my parents are, like 6 years apart, 5 years apart. If I did that shit in high school, they'd be like, what the fuck, Laura? Like,
yeah. So, I mean, in my personal opinion, right, I think that the older the younger person is, the bigger the age gap is allowed to be.
yeah.
Right? Where it's
agree.
like, if you're in high school, typically I would say about 4 years up or down. That's like acceptable date range, right? Because it's like you technically, even if you meet now, right? Like I'm 25, so I could date someone who's 25 or 21 or whatever, or 30, right? Or 29ish, right? Because that means we technically could have went to high school together. Like we're gonna have similar life experiences, similar ideas of how we see the world, right? Whereas like I think it's really fucking weird. It also depends on when you meet. If a 20-something-year-old is talking to a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old, like that's just fucking weird, man. Like there's just no way around it. I personally like there's no I don't talk to any 17-year-olds. I don't talk to any 16-year-olds. I don't know that I would have much to talk about with them. You know, it's like there's think about your life.
It depends on the maturity level. They're like,
No.
like no,
Well,
like
maybe not
I
in high school,
no,
not in high school.
No.
all
When
the
they're a
time I've
minor,
grown up.
When
no,
they're a minor.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, when they're
Okay,
a
yes,
minor,
that's
there is minors should date minors.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
But
But like,
unless they're like, if it's like 18 and like 20, I don't, or like 17 and
that's
like
one
19.
thing.
That's
But it's like it's also like ever since I've grown up, I've been so headstrong and like older guys for
Same,
sure.
same.
But then like if you meet younger guys, like it is the maturity level to a point.
It is.
So it's like
No,
if
it
you are
is.
younger, like if you are mature, then that's one thing. But if you're not, then hell no.
No,
I think it's
So it just honestly it depends
I
on
think,
like.
so like legally speaking, right? If
Well,
someone is a
legally, yeah.
minor,
Well,
if
you're
someone, is,
legally,
a,
you
if
have
someone
to
is a
say.
minor, they should only, if they should be even dating at all, should be a minor. They
It
should only
should
date a
be.
minor. If
But
you are
imagine,
19,
what if you're
even
17
no, no.
and you like an 18-year-old?
Even if you're,
Well,
if
I
you guys
was
go to the same school,
yeah.
okay, but literally,
that's
I
different.
was.
You're in high school together. You met
No.
each other before.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
If-
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
person, if I'm 25 right now, fuck it. If this would
Okay.
be more,
If you're
this would be
20,
more applicable.
if you're
If someone's
21 right
19.
now and I'm talking to some 17-year-old, yeah, that's fucking
If
weird.
someone's 19
Yes, that's
and they
weird.
meet a
That's weird.
17-year-old
That's
today,
weird.
I would say that's weird.
Mhm.
Unless you knew them prior, and even if
Yeah.
you didn't know them prior,
Weird.
I do.
If you're 19
You
and
should
there's
date
a 17
A
19-year-olds.
That's only
17-year-old.
a
That
17-year-old.
that
Listen,
child is in
Listen,
high
this is
school.
what I was gonna get to.
Anything
This is what I was
wrong
gonna
with
get to. The age gap. The older you get, the older the younger party is, the bigger the age gap can get. The younger. So if you're in high school, right? So if you are 14 to 17, maybe 18, right? Those people should date within
Each
that
other.
4.
Yeah.
So,
Right?
like it cuts
Once
it
you're
off.
18, I'm like I'd say a 4-year age gap is fine.
Mhm.
You know, if you date someone who's
Even
21,
when you're
22,
Well, I think
18,
I
though,
just
I
have-
feel
But
like that
listen,
4-year age
but
gap's
listen,
such a
as
big
it goes
thing.
up, right? So we
I
go
don't know.
once you're 21, right? I think you could feasibly date someone 4 or 5 years older than you.
Exactly.
Then once you get to 23, 24, 25, you're dating someone 5, 6 years older than you. Okay.
It's not a
See,
big
I
deal
don't
at
know.
all.
Once
I
you're in
just
your
think I
30s,
have
you want to date
such-
someone who's 10 years older than you.
Exactly.
Fine.
It's not
I
a
think
problem.
no,
That's
but
the
see, I just
crazy
think I have
thing.
such a different like view on this because when I was 19,
I have the same view as him.
No, because when I was 19, I was talking to someone that
When
was
I
like
was
25.
a freshman
So
in high
because of
school,
that,
I was
it's
talking
like,
to a senior in high school, and my
When
parents
you were what?
literally wanted to kill. I was a freshman in high school, and I talked to a senior in high school. My parents literally wanted to kill me. Even
See,
when
but
I was
that's
like, I was
high
a
school.
sophomore
Like,
though,
I don't
and
know.
like he
I
was
think-
out of fucking
But
high
see,
school.
that's
And my parents are
different.
like, Laura, what the fuck?
Here's
See,
the
but that's
thing.
But the
different
thing
'cause
is,
you
the
were only, like,
maturity level is
15.
so
I don't
different.
know.
Because
You were
he was
15 in that point.
I
though.
was
like,
not.
when-
I was like 16.
Bitch,
But
that's
it's
the
just
same
like
thing.
Okay, listen to this.
That's besides
I'm
the
saying
point.
you
but
have
like,
you have study hall. He has rent. He has bills. That's what I'm saying. There's no real life equivalent to study hall. No one that has bills should date someone or even speak to someone on a not unless they're their teacher. Should be speaking to someone that has a study hall.
Okay,
No,
yes,
and
I
I
agree. But I
get
think
it.
once
I
you
get
turn
it, but,
18
like-
and you're out of high school, I just feel like all that gets thrown out the window because once again, when you turn 18,
It
you're
is
either
different, yeah.
going to high school or going to college, paying your own bills, or you're going your separate route, doing your own things.
Okay.
Like I was 19 talking to a 25-year-old,
Yeah.
and I am
That's
also
okay.
very like mature. I feel like for my age, I'm very emotionally very like I'm very mature.
I would
So-
argue that 25-year-old is a weirdo.
I
would argue that. I would argue he was probably a weirdo.
I think here's the thing. I
there's
come
not-
off very mature though. I am very mature though. So because of that, I
Mm.
think it depends. Like once you're out of high school, I do truly think age is just a number to a certain extent.
to
Obviously,
an extent, as
To
long
an
as you're
extent.
mature enough, though. Like
yeah,
I've
I don't
experienced
know.
the age gap in high school, and
No, and I
fucking
think
wanna-
here's
I
the
regret
thing.
that
I
so
don't know.
much.
I think now my age gap has changed. Like I think now, the age range in which I want to date. I'm 20 right now. The age range in which I want to date, ideally, would be like 22 to around 25. I feel like that's very like valid. Like I don't want to date
Okay.
anyone younger than me because my ex was younger than me and we were both growing up together, but there were a lot of things that we were both very immature about and I don't want that again. Like I want someone that's already going to have their like know what they want in their life. They know exactly like what it is that like unless a person is very mature because I was recently interested in someone that was very emotionally mature and he was my age but he was very mature, so because of that it's like it's a completely different story.
Completely different thing, yeah.
But for the most part a lot of 20-year-olds 21-year-olds right now are not emotionally mature and I don't
No,
like
they're not.
I'm not going to waste
They're
my time
not
on someone
emotionally
like that.
mature.
I'm not going to waste my time on someone like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're looking 30 plus.
I mean,
Iris.
Get me
To
a
be completely
50-year-old.
honest, yes, like if there's
That's
a 30
insane.
if there's a
Kidding, I'm
30-year-old
kidding.
that is attractive has
Dude, you can't even
what?
buy booze.
That doesn't matter.
You shouldn't be
And if
thinking
you
about dating a 30-year-old.
It
And a
doesn't
30-year-old shouldn't
matter.
be thinking about dating you.
Because what if I turn 21 and I'm still not buying booze?
Listen to this story.
I'm just saying, I've never drank in my life, right? But
Exactly,
I'm saying,
and
but
how
that
old are
doesn't-
you?
That doesn't mean anything. 25. I'm saying that doesn't mean anything. I'm saying it's weird if
It is weird.
a
I see how you can
30-something-year-old
think
man or
that.
woman trying to date 18 to 20-year-olds is weird.
No, it
They
is.
can't even
I
take them
listen
to
to
a
my
bar.
story,
Yes, I
guys.
agree.
Listen to my story.
Okay. We'll listen.
Pick me, choose me.
So
Okay. What's going on?
I was at it was me and my other coworker bartending, and there's this man that came to the bar, and like I wasn't paying attention because I was busy on the other side of the bar, and then he got his drink whenever, and like you have casual conversation with bar guests, and you're like, oh well, like I go to school for marketing, like I'm in college, whatever.
Okay.
And it was just a casual conversation. He was talking about whatever he was doing in life. And then he was like, have you ever seen The Matrix? And I was like, no.
It's a great move to bring. Where is this going?
He was like, well, it's like playing in theaters now for like the 20th anniversary. I was like, oh, that's cool. And he was like, well, I was wondering if you wanted to go tomorrow. And I was like, well,
Have you seen this guy before? No, first time.
it was the
Bold
first
move.
time, yeah. And I was like, I have to work tomorrow. Like, I literally work every single day. So, I mean, yeah, I had to work. And he was like, oh, okay, like, maybe on Sunday. And I was like, oh, no, I got to work Sunday again. But, like, it really caught me off guard, though. Like,
So
I wasn't expecting, like, when you have a conversation, you can
Yeah.
tell what they're going to, like, what's going to come out of it. Like, when this man was super chill and whatever. And I'm like, oh, it's just a
I'm
chill
still trying to
conversation.
figure out what's coming out of this. Where is
Yeah.
this
Oh, he
going?
just wanted me to go to a movie with
How
him. And
old
I was
was
like,
he?
no, he was like damn near 40.
Okay.
See, but I've met a lot of like very like handsome 40-year-old men.
Well,
Sure.
yeah, but it
that
wasn't-
I think
But you just told me,
that's
Iris, you just told me
different.
before we went live that you want to have 3 kids.
I do.
If you have 1 kid with that 4-year-old right now, you start
he's gonna
right
be
now.
dead by the time you
He's
have
going
the
to listen.
second
He's going to be
kid.
58 when the first kid hits 18. So when the
Yeah.
first
Okay,
kid's
I
getting ready to
wouldn't.
go to
I'm
college,
not saying that I would date a 40-year-old. What I'm saying is that
If
I
you're a
value
lawyer or a
I
doctor, yes.
I value more mature men because A, they're gonna have like the needs that I have
40-year-old
as a
though,
female.
a 40-year-old.
Yes, not a 40-year-old, but as a female, there's certain needs, there's certain things that females value that a 20-year-old is not going to understand.
No idea.
They're not going to understand. Like, there's certain things, and same with I'm sorry, women are more emotionally mature, and I will say this until I die. Women are more emotionally mature than any man at this age. Like, I know that there's certain things that, like, a dude would value more than, like, he would okay, that didn't really make sense. I understand, like, guys' values more than a guy my age would understand mine, if that makes sense. Which is why I choose to, like, if I'm gonna pursue something, I don't know, I just would value, I don't know, like, I would rather just go for someone that's a little bit older because they'll understand that more than a 20-year-old, a 19-year-old, a 21-year-old.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I just think we're generalizing a lot, and I think, and you guys both said it earlier, that it matters on the person and their own maturity.
It does.
I just think that generally, if your, like, idea is, like, I'm going to just look older because, like, I'm going to just look for someone older, or I'm
not what it is either,
like,
because
I think that there's a lot of problematic behavior, not in your sense. I'm saying in the, maybe it's necessarily the men, and there's women that do it too, that sort of prey on younger people whose brains are underdeveloped, which you can think we're as mature as we want to. We can think we're as mature as we want to think, right? But we're growing up when we're 18 to 25, 26, 27, right? We're growing up still a lot. So we might think, oh, we're so mature, we understand this, we understand that, whatever. But there's a power dynamic there where this person is able to manipulate you emotionally and mentally, at least. And I'm not saying that they will, and not everyone would, but I'm saying that there is that risk. And I just think that there's a lot of gross behavior when it comes to people that are in their, 30s and late 40s that are trying to pursue relationships with 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds.
No, and that is
That's
too much.
A little weird.
What I mean is I just don't, like.
I get what you're saying. You don't want to. I understand that you're 20 years old and you don't want to date a 20-year-old douchebag frat boy now because you've had that before. That's not what I want.
I want, like, in my next relationship, I want someone that is driven. I want someone that knows what they want. Yes. I know that, like,
and there's no age on that. It could be just whoever it is.
Because even the last guy that I was, like, kind of interested in, like, he was like that. He's
mature.
Very mature, very driven, like,
very demure.
No, exactly. Like, he knows what he wants, and that's, like, he is, like, my age, so it really doesn't matter, like, in that sense, because it's, as long as they just, like, I don't want someone that is gonna, like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of guys our age, they're have their heads in their asses, and they, like, literally, like, just how they act, they're very, like, frat boy, like,
like, even when you're older, though, like, even when they're older, not even that much older,
they just don't know. They don't know, like, women, as stupid as that sounds.
They probably they could think the same thing about us.
All I would say is, all I would preface this is, and I'm not disagreeing with you, that's your experience, whatever, is that it's probably the people that you're around, the dating people that you are in and around right now. Which is
why I choose not to be around those people.
So I'm saying to, find, because those people, like you mentioned, those same people that don't understand women's values, some of them maybe will grow out of that and figure some shit out. They're also they're gonna get older and still not respect women. If they don't respect women, that's a different thing. Right?
It's not even like a respect thing. It's just, like, they're too, like, young. They're too, like, caught up and, like, and it's a lot of kids our age that are, like, in college right now where they're just, like, so wrapped up in that it's like, I don't want that. Like, I want someone that already has, like,
a lot of people don't know what they want, though.
Or, like, has, like, their, like, life, not even life set, but just, like, knows what they want. That's all I want. I don't want to waste my time on someone that's more interested in going out on a Friday night than they are in, like, caring for someone else. I don't want that.
I would say I don't care what anybody is what they're into, what, all these other things that we're kind of throwing out there, just a matter of if I love the person or not, and if they love me back, right? So I think those are the most important things. So don't sell yourself short and just saying I want someone who's driven, because there's plenty of driven people that you probably won't have that with.
With that, like you said, if you love someone and care about someone, with that comes all those other things. Sure, so if someone loves you and genuinely cares about you, they'll value more the little things. Like, let's say instead of going out on a Friday night getting, like
I'd rather just hang out
with a bunch of chicks next to you, they'd much rather appreciate, like, a night in, like, watching a movie,
and no men do that anymore.
And see, that's the kind of girl that I am, where, like, I'd rather, and this is A
Say
lot of
it, just
people
say it.
had a lot to say about how I am as a female. But actually, if you guys knew me, you'd know that I actually enjoy cooking. I have my own cooking page. I enjoy cooking. I enjoy a night in. I enjoy all those things. I'd rather do that than a night out.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's also one thing where like someone values and cares about you, they'll know that.
Yeah.
And they'll value and care about that too. If you guys have that
and then
in
maybe you
common.
guys can go out together. You know, you can go out to a dive.
Oh, absolutely.
Your favorite dive bar and get a fish fry.
Absolutely. But
you
I
know?
feel like
Yeah.
it's all about like your connection with that person if they love and care about you.
Oh,
but
exactly.
I don't know. That's me personally.
I
I would
agree.
rather, I don't know. Yeah.
What other stuff do we need to get to before we wrap today?
Laura?
We've gotten into some good stuff. Do you have any questions for
Why are
me?
you
So you
looking
guys
at me
did the
like that?
show, and then you got some people were angry at you,
Yeah. Stupid hoes.
Did you
and
tell them?
and she told them, she yelled at them. Yeah, she yelled at them.
Because first of
Um,
all, I'm not
For that.
orange. Second of all, I'm
We know.
actually a great girlfriend. I actually enjoy cooking, and any single one of my exes can say this. I'm a great fucking cook. I cook all the time. I'm driven. I go to the gym. I'm moving because I know what I want for myself, and I know that I don't like this atmosphere. So I'm
know what
doing
you
what's
don't
best
want,
for
yeah.
myself. Exactly.
That's good.
I'm very
So-
driven too. And I also know that I can pay for a meal. I'm not broke. I can pay for a meal.
Wow.
But morals and what I was told as a child, what my mom always told me is if that he can't pay for a hamburger, he has no business taking you out. And that is
That's very
exactly from my
true.
mother's mouth at the ripe age of around 10 to 13. So yeah, I
Okay.
just got
Okay.
lipstick on the mic. I'm
So
Good job.
So I was
Job,
good.
honey.
Where I was going with that is, so you guys went through that, you experienced it. Now you're back.
Yeah.
What do you any other thoughts from then until now that you were like, when I get on there, I got to say this, or I got to ask him about this, or any other thoughts on podcasting now that you guys have done 2 episodes?
Do you have anything? I feel like I did have
feel
something.
like-
there was something specifically that I
don't
wanted to bring up, but
remember
I
what
can't
you
quite remember.
Did you have it?
Sorry.
Do you have any questions
Oh,
for me?
I do actually have something. Because, guys, I was, like, not in my right mind last time we did this podcast. I was a little bit tipsy. And I remember Darren asked, like, what makes it so, like, what makes a female, like, ready and, like, available to date? Like, what are some things
Oh,
that,
yeah, I
like,
was asking for the equivalent, because you said
Yes.
a man's not ready if he can't afford
and
a
I
hamburger,
remember
right?
I
Yeah.
said I have many traits, and it seemed like that was like I meant that in a sexual way, but I actually genuinely meant like there's many traits that I carry, such as I will go to the gym with you, I will meal prep for you throughout the week, I'm a really good cook, like I will wake up early and make the bed, I'll do laundry, I'll clean, like
You're saying these are the things that you would bring to the
yes,
table.
I bring a lot of things to the table, and obviously that's different for every single person. Every female has certain things that they bring to the table. Me personally, I know that I bring a very like.
What if I'm bringing home these dubs in Fortnite? What if I'm bringing home
Please.
triple crowns back to back to back? Me and the boys.
No.
What is that? What's in there?
What is that?
What
What
if-
does that
What is-
have
What if
to
I'm
do
bringing-
with
What
me?
if I'm bringing home fucking hella dubs, getting all the loot?
What is
I'm
that?
Are
maxed
you
out
making
level. I got
money?
Dr.
What
Doom.
is you playing Fortnite
Does
for
that make
4 hours
you
straight
happy?
do for me?
Like,
It could. It's made me happy before.
Like I'm just gonna look and be
And
like,
what
oh my
else did
god,
that
those
do
for you?
Fortnite
Yeah.
dubs really got to me. Oh my god, this is exactly why I don't want to date people
No.
younger than me because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what they value. They'll look at you and be like, oh my god, I won in Fortnite. Like,
Dude, that
oh my
sounds
god,
awesome.
you
that
know
is so fucking
can we just
cool.
get a round
Yeah.
of applause for the Fortnite
Fortnite.
winners? Fortnite winners,
Boys.
yes,
I love Fortnite.
yes. Get an
Yeah.
online
Have you
I'm
ever-
girlfriend.
so
Have
proud
you ever
of
played
you.
Fortnite?
I have played Fortnite, but I prefer Call of Duty.
See, I like GTA.
Grand
Nice.
Theft Auto.
Nice.
Okay, Laura.
I'll
No,
drive my
I like Call of
Lamborghini
Duty.
down the road.
Call of
That's
Duty.
all I do.
Your Lamborghini. I like Call of Duty. I feel like it's easier to play. The controls are a lot easier.
But it's different. I would watch people play Fortnite, and I would get.
I just
motion
can't get
sickness.
into it. I just can't get it. I like
I
Call of
don't
Duty because I
understand.
feel like it's like more of like a mature version of Fortnite.
See, I don't
As
understand
dumb as
Call
that
of Duty
sounds.
either.
Wow.
It's
I
so
like Call of
confusing
Duty.
to
Call of Duty,
me.
like genuinely,
like-
it's fun. Cause I remember I bought my boyfriend like 2 years ago. I bought him a PS5 for Christmas, and I really was not into.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. I know it's good because he genuinely enjoyed like playing video games, so I bought that for
So
him.
he was getting dubs with the boys.
Yes, he was getting dubs with the boys. But
Wow.
basically, that's something he genuinely enjoyed to do. And I never really had been like a video game player at all. But once we started dating, like I genuinely, once I like we started playing together. Like, I genuinely actually enjoyed, like, playing. Like, he would play, like, one, I would play one. And, like, it was genuinely fun, and I got into it. And I tried both Fortnite and Call of Duty, and I prefer Call of Duty because I was decently good for
I don't know how to play
female
either,
that doesn't
so.
typically play video games.
Yeah.
I got okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, some guys, that's all they're bringing to the table is their Fortnite abilities and maybe minimum wage job, and that's okay. I respect that.
At this age, yes. But
Do what you gotta
once
do.
we're, like, older, and even me now. See, I personally, I know what I want. And
What if he's bringing home Fortnite dubs? He got a great job. He making good money.
No,
he
but
got a beautiful
here's the
house.
thing,
And he's just
here's
like,
the
yo,
thing.
when I get my free time, I want to play
That's
Fortnite.
here's the thing,
Yeah,
though. It's
because
like,
at
I
least
think
he has
this is
goals
what-
in his life.
Yes, and it's like, here's the thing. I think this is what got, like, kind of, like, mixed up last time, too, is, like, I don't care if you have a minimum wage job. Like, I don't care if you, like, that's not the point. Like, the point is, like, I just want someone mature. Like, I don't care if you own a fucking business or if you work as a server. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Or if you work as a cashier. Like, as long as you are mature in our relationship and you treat me how I deserve to be treated,
Yeah, yeah.
and on the first date you pay for the first meal, that's really all that matters.
Yeah. And you got to be able to get some dubs in Fortnite to cap
I
that
guess
off. Well,
that-
anything
I
else for me? Any
suppose.
other questions for me before we wrap up tonight then? Anything else that you want to... I ask you guys a bunch of questions. I know sometimes you're excited about them, sometimes not so much. Anything for me that you want to put me on the hot seat before we wrap? If not, that's okay too. We can wrap, but...
I don't know if I have another question.
I don't know either. I actually do have some questions. Are those
Okay.
the same, like, gummy bears that were there
we were
last time?
eating?
These in here?
Are
Yeah.
those
Oh, yeah.
Reese's Pieces?
yeah.
Reese's
See,
Pie-
if I would have known that, I don't think I would have eaten it last time
Yeah,
because
you
now
were
I know
pretty messed
that's
up.
the exact, like,
These are-
amount that was there last time.
Oh, yeah.
No one's eaten any.
We
which
ate
means
those
that has
last
been sitting
time?
there for probably
For like 2 months. It's been there for longer, dude.
So
People eat them, though. It's candy. It
I
doesn't go
ate
bad.
them. And I even told Laura, I was like, Laura, there's more gummy bears.
Yeah, there's Reese's Pieces here, too. We treat
How
our
old
guests.
are the Reese's
Yum.
Pieces?
Yeah.
I don't know, I
No,
would
what did
trust
we
those
try
over
last
those,
time?
though.
We tried some
It was
Oreo.
the Oreo, the confetti. No, the
Yeah.
Sour
No, it
Patch
wasn't.
Kid
Yeah,
Oreos.
you guys did the Sour
Yes,
Patch
the
ones. Yeah, I
Sour
just tried the Coke Zero
Yes.
Oreo, and it was
How did-
okay, actually.
Wait,
Was it
Coke
good? Did it
Zero
taste like
Oreo.
Oreos?
It did, and then I
wanna
just
try it so
yesterday I
bad.
actually had I was gonna bring them for the show today, but I wasn't able to do it. But I actually had the Oreos that are flavored like Coke, and those were actually good. I would say. I would.
Have you
my
seen the
God.
crumble lineup this week?
Oh, please.
I haven't. No.
I
look so
good. It looks so good.
What is it?
It's a birthday cake. There's like a
Birthday
Snickers cookie.
cake, like
There
literally
is
everything.
another one, but those are the only two that I like genuinely would eat in 2 seconds.
Yeah, crumble I think is super overrated.
It is. No,
every time I
it
get
is.
excited about them, and then if I do pull the trigger that week and buy the lineup, I take
Yeah.
one bite of each cookie, and I'm like, this is fine. It's just super
See,
sugary, and then I give
I
the
went
rest
through a
away,
phase where I
so.
would eat everything in sight, and during that phase, I would get crumble every single week, and I would literally eat the entire box in one sitting. No jokes.
I can't do. I don't even like their cookies.
I
I
also
don't have a
gained, like,
sweet
20
tooth.
Some of them, I have a bad
I don't
sweet
have a
tooth, but like
tooth.
I like
don't have one.
they're just not that. They're
My
all
sweet
just like
tooth is
I
like
know
my
yours
sweet
is
tooth
so bad.
is
Yours
unmatched. My
so
sweet tooth
bad.
is unmatched.
Laura,
Like-
do you want to go to Insomnia? Laura, let's go to Insomnia. Can we go to Insomnia?
and then I sent her the crumble lineup. And I
all right,
posted
is anything else before we wrap then, or are we good on crumble cookies?
Yeah,
Check
we're
out the
good.
crumble lineup, guys.
Go check it
Go
out. It looks
check
real
out
good.
Crumble
Make some
Cookie.
TikToks,
I think
videos,
it's-
Go
and
check
do
out
reviews
I'm still gonna
on
say
it.
it's overrated, but I
Alright.
respect your ability
It's
to
a
go
little
get it.
overrated.
Thank
It
you guys for
is.
doing the show again. Also,
No problem.
if in case this is the last time I see you in person, because I know you're going to
Yes.
Hawaii.
I am. I'm
soon.
moving. Yeah.
I hope
In 3
wish you
weeks.
a
No,
safe
2.5.
trip and that
you.
it's a ton of fun over in Hawaii.
Super
that
fun.
sounds exciting.
Thank you so much.
And now I know I have somewhere to stay when I go to Hawaii, so I will be pulling up on you. But yeah, no, that's super cool, and I just appreciate you guys making the time. I want to say a quick shout out to everybody who tuned in live today, as well as those that are going to watch days after over on Spotify or here on YouTube. I want to say a quick shout out to our patrons. It should be up on the screen right now. If you guys are interested in getting behind the scenes access to extra videos, extra podcasts, as well as a series where I break down how I mix, master, write, record every single one of my songs, go to patreon.com/Darren Rita. You can help support the channel for as little as $1. And we got some new videos coming out because we dropped some new music recently, so there'll be some more BTS stuff there. But that's patreon.com/Darren Rita. Also want to say a quick shout out to Alpine House 2 for sponsoring this episode. That's at Alpine House 2, number 2 on Instagram. Check them out. Check them out and get a vacation set up. And this has been the 273rd episode of the Detox Podcast. I will see you guys